Wednesday, November 28th, 2018, here with your free live show. Of course, we're here live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are simulcasting this on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and I believe we're doing this on Stitcher as well. So, not Stitcher, on Periscope. This is my first time doing it. Of course, you guys know I rarely do test runs or anything like that. This is my test run, so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. I'm kind of interested myself here. I want to see if it's working. Just the one place I don't see it right now is on YouTube Live. I see it working on Facebook Live. Here it is. I'm live now. Oh, this is great. All right. Oh, this is so cool. All right. Wow. It works. So we'll just get everything together, and as we do this. Wonder what that popping sound is. We'll figure it out. Just a second as I get everything loaded up on YouTube. This is exciting. It's a first for us, and hopefully not a last. But I think I'm getting notified that I'm live, which is crazy. Yeah, this is, as always, we're work in progress. We never just stand pat with what we're doing. We kind of just always keep moving forward. Of course, we're here live 365 days, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. We do at least 3 free picks every single day. Of course, Friday is free for all Fridays, where all of the games come from our audience, all of the games that they want to hear. The rest, whether it's premium picks, not a premium picks. Of course, these are our free picks, our best bets, always over at sportschatexperts.com. Oh, this is so weird because, I've never done it before. First time. So, I'm excited. Glad that you guys can be a part of it. Gotta love this stuff, right? New stuff. Now, there's supposed to be a way that I can see these comments, and everybody's comments all at once. So let me see if I can find that screen. I can do all kinds of stuff on here. Good morning, Max, Jesse. I can see you guys through what you're on. It's so cool. I see all the guys on. I see all the guys joining us on YouTube Live on there. I think I still need to do the Facebook Live. I'll figure it out. I can do multiple cameras on this stuff. I see someone on Periscope joining us. How cool is this? So we are working on Periscope. First time doing our live show on Periscope as well. This is so awesome. I love doing new stuff. I love taking it to a whole new level. And so we always try and do it. sportschatplace.com. Of course, we do free picks every single day. We have free picks on every single game, every single day. And, of course, our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com, as well as sportschatplace.com Premium Plus. Now, I wonder if there's a way I could turn the sound off on these comments. That would be fantastic. So we'll have to, as we work on this thing, and see if we can find out if there's an option on the comments some sound effects. There it is. So, wow. This is so cool. I'm excited. Good morning to everyone who's joining us. This is our first multicast through one camera. We've always used different cameras for different things. I'm not getting the Facebook comments through here, so I'm going to have to go to the Facebook page, but no big deal, right? I'll go there, and I'll join the broadcast with you guys over there, and we'll do this one here. And we'll get into some free picks. Of course, we do free picks on every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. We do at least 3 free picks on this show every single day. Hey, Dave, and oh, this is so cool. Cameras for different things. I'm not getting the Facebook. There we go. So the Facebook is actually trailing on this. This is great. Anytime we can reach more people. But I think I gotta say, Luther Davis, I'm with you on this. Let's get going. Let's get to some free picks. And let's go to the NBA. Man, our first free pick ever on the multicast here. So cool. Let's go to Minnesota where the Timberwolves are taking on the Spurs. You guys know, if there's one team that's been a thorn in my side over the years, it has been the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's like, I think it's some people, like, they say my free picks are lousy, my, not free picks are lousy, whatever. It's like, you guys are free to join, not to join, fade, do whatever you want. But, over time, I think my record pretty much speaks to itself. But, Jeff Stevens, we talk about today's games. We don't talk about tomorrow's games or next week's games. The only time we talk about games in the future is on Fridays, free-for-all Fridays. Every other day we only talk about today's games. There's a ton of games on the schedule, so rather cover today than tomorrow. We can talk about tomorrow's game tomorrow. Anyways, Timberwolves thorn in my side. This team 6-4 against the number in their last 10 games. 11-10 against the spread this season. Spurs 10-10 against the spread this season. 5-6 against the number on the road. 5-5 in their last 10. 4-7 straight up on the road. The thing is about the Spurs, another team that's kind of a thorn in my side. They always seem to get more done than I expect them to, and I kind of got to lean to the Spurs in this one. I just think Popovich knows how to get it done in these spots. And we've seen them traditionally do it. I don't love this game because, like I said, these are two teams that absolutely murder me. So I don't even know why I'm giving out this pick. But what the hell, I'll take the Spurs since we'll try and break this curse, right? I think we did last time out. We finally won on a Timberwolves game. But if we could win on a Timberwolves game and a Spurs game at the same time, that would be a freaking miracle. I'll take the Spurs and the points in this one. There's no premium pick on this game. That'll be our first pick for today's show. Of course, our best bets always over at sportschatexperts.com and sportschatplace.com, Premium and Premium Plus. We have free picks on every single game, every single day at sportschatplace.com. And, of course, I'm live here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So you can join me. It's always right around 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live. In our Facebook group, now over 6,000 members in our Facebook group. Thanks to all of you. Of course, YouTube Live, and now Periscope. And we'll be adding more channels and doing more things and watching games together. Just a lot of things we can do. As we expand our capabilities. I really didn't like that first NBA game. Let's go to another NBA game. Let's go to Portland where the Blazers are taking on the Magic. And the Magic have just been absolutely crushing it against the number. They are just 4-5 straight up on the road, but they are 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games. Of course, if you want picks on specific games, we have those at Sports Chat Experts as well as SportsChatPlace.com Premium and Premium Plus. If I don't talk about the game on the show and I don't address your question, more than likely that game's in the premium area. But, of course, Fridays are free-for-all Fridays, and it doesn't matter if it's a premium pick or not. whatever you guys want to hear, we do the picks. But all the rest of the days, I kind of just go through the schedule and pick out a few games that I don't have premium picks on. So I don't have a premium pick on this one with the Magic, but I would say that this would be a borderline premium pick. You know, the Blazers 7-3 straight up at home, 7-3 against the number at home, but the Magic 6-3 against the number on the road. The line in this one has gone from 7 to 8. I know with mild public interest on the Magic here, about 53% of the public on the Magic in this thing. But I think that I still think the Magic are the play. 6-4 straight up in their last 10, 8-2 against the number in the last 10, while the Blazers just 4-6 against the number in their last 10, 5-5 straight up in their last 10. I think the Magic can give them a run for the money and possibly take this game outright. I'm going to take the Orlando Magic. We're getting 8 points in this thing. That'll be my second pick for today's show. Of course, we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Periscope. I think the easiest way to find us is always on Facebook, because you can subscribe to our channel and then just click in the little bell in the upper right-hand corner. It's this way. You'll get notified when I go live. You'll get sent a message. On Facebook, we haven't been able to figure it out as far as the group goes, because it's always in the group. I'm thinking about moving back to the page as well on Facebook. I don't know. I think I'd rather be in the group. We'll figure it out. If people don't want to be in the group, they can always watch it on YouTube Live or over now on Periscope, and soon to be in other places as well. Got some other exciting news. I didn't do the podcast last night, but right after this show, I'll be doing the podcast, and we have some exciting news about the podcast in coming weeks as far as guests that we'll be having on the podcast, new shows, and an entire podcast network that we are launching for 2019, January of 2019, a podcast network being added to what we're doing. So we'll just have tons and tons of content, tons and tons of shows, broken down by sport for you guys, and this way, if you're not into the NBA, you don't have to listen to our NBA. And if you're not into college basketball, you don't have to listen to college basketball. If you're not into NFL, you don't have to listen to NFL. If you're into all of them, you can listen to all the podcasts. Plenty of information for everyone. Certain people you like to hear what they say, certain people you don't hear. You'll be able to just, pick and choose what you want, because that's what it's all about. Without you guys, I'm just talking to myself, right? I look pretty silly. Anyways, since you're the expert, what UCF need to do to make it to the playoff? I don't think they have a chance to make it to the playoff this year. I think they're one of the best teams. I think the playoff needs to be expanded. This is something that I talked about on the podcast. I talked about on this live show. I believe that all 5 teams that win the conference championships out of their major conferences should be automatically in a playoff. I think the playoff should come out of the bowls. I think the bowls should be localized to the top seeds. I think it should be 4 games in the playoff, and I think there should be play-in games for those final 3 spots. I think the play-in games should come from the Mountain West Conference champion, the AAC champion, the Sun Belt champion, the Conference USA champion, and 2 at-large bids. That's what I believe. I believe those should be 3 play-in games that come out of the bowl games. Then those teams play in bowl games that are localized to the top 4 seeds. So like Alabama, if they were one of the top 4 seeds, they'd play in, the Birmingham, the game that's in Birmingham. If it's, Georgia, that's a top team, that would be like, their playoff game would be in the Georgia Dome or Peach Bowl. If it's, like University of Florida, it would be in the Gator Bowl or in Orlando. If it's Florida State, it could be in Orlando. If it's Miami, it could be in the Orange Bowl. It just goes on and on and on. And then from there, then we get to the playoffs that we have now, which we can come from the major bowls again, the Rose, the Orange, the Sugar, and the Fiesta. And then from there, the national championship game, which they could have at Jerry World, they can have it here in Vegas, they can have it, anywhere. And I think that is the final answer for college football right there. That's how UCF makes the playoff. They're not doing the playoff system yet because they honestly believe that opening this playoff system up like that will bring less money to the conferences as they are now, because like the Big Ten and the SEC are tied into all of these big bowl games, and when you move this in and let other people in the door, it's less money. What we're doing is we're not asking you because it's not your show, and if you want to give your picks, the place to do that is in the Facebook group. That's for sure. We're not asking you. If they were asking you, what they would do is go on your show and ask you. right? So have a show. Start if you guys want to give out your picks like that. Either we give you have a few options. You can go in the Facebook group and post your picks. We provide that for you. We have over 6,000 members you can talk to with your picks about and post your picks with. You can start your own website, which I encourage you to do if that's what you want to do. It's a lot of work, tons. You can start a YouTube channel and do your own videos and give out your picks every day, like I have done for 10 years. And you could do live shows, on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, like we do. Do all the same stuff. But it's not an ego thing, but this is my show. I get up early. I do it every single day. You guys have seen me in, basically in a hospital bed doing this. I went to the emergency room 2 days ago, and I did my show before I went. That's how sick I was. And I've been so sick, and I finally went. I feel so much better. But, for other people to, feel that this is their show to give out picks. No, it's our Facebook group, but this is my show. Anyways, not an ego thing, more just this is what it is, It's like this is what the show is about. So I also want to address something. After this show, I'm gonna address the Facebook group individually afterwards. Someone put a post in there yesterday kind of criticizing my picks. Okay, yesterday in the premium area, my picks are documented, so I got nowhere to hide, right? My premium picks. I was 1-3-1, okay? Not a good day. I had, my losers were, I'll tell you, Virginia Tech, Michigan State, and in the premium, Virginia Tech, Michigan State, and my other loser was another one of the big games, right? I don't even remember. But anyways, someone went in there and just started ripping me a new one. And it's like, on Sunday I was 6-1 in the NFL. I mean, I never look back. I never come on here and pat myself on the back and do those things. But I was 6-1 on Sunday. They're like, your premium picks suck, whatever. This person was not even a premium member. They had never bought picks at Sports Chat Experts. The only thing that they had ever purchased was a consensus report. So, why they're bashing me on the consensus report, I have no idea, because the consensus report is a tool that you use with your own picks. On top of that, then he was bashing my free picks. I think we've been pretty good with these free picks. We've had some amazing free picks. We don't score them, but I know overall we're way up. And I think even yesterday we were up, right? Ohio was our O that had to go. We had Northridge right at the end of the night. We had the Denver Nuggets. I mean, we had a lot of free pick winners yesterday. So I just don't even understand what they're complaining about. And if you have a complaint, of course, email me, Mitch@sportschatplace.com, man. It's like I'm here, but to just trash me in the Facebook group, where it's like I don't even get a chance to discuss what's even going on, and you're just spewing out, it's. If you're going to, I can take it. I know when I lose. My picks are documented. I got nowhere to hide, I'm not one of these other guys with a fake name like the guys at Ghost Picks, right? It's like, I could just make up a name. My name's Jimmy, right? It's like, that's not his name. It's like, right? It's like, I'm not here. And then another guy, Mitch lives in Hawaii, while the rest of us don't. It's like, if you think $95 a month pays for Hawaii, all you guys got to do is look at, cost of living in Hawaii. And let me tell you, $95 ain't going to do it. Most of the money we make at sportschatplace.com, almost all of it, comes from the free picks. And that's all 100% free, the product. You guys see the ads on there, right? You guys complain about the ads or whatever. It's free. It's paid for by the advertisers. And that's where we make the bulk of our money. But nothing is free for us. Our costs, almost $1 million a year right now, because over 4 million people a month read our free site. So it's expensive. Hosting costs, all the articles you read, those guys don't work for free, and I don't want them to work for free. It's like, anyways, I know a lot of people say I don't need to defend myself or anything like that. Yeah, the free picks have been money. It's like, that's why I didn't understand it. I know the dog of the day has been lousy lately, but the dog of the day, I don't have a lot of chicken on the bone there to work with because I give out the premium picks. I think the live pick shows of my free picks are the best ones. Except for I'm a little worried about that Spurs pick, but even those have been working out for us. Let's get to some more basketball picks. Sorry about that. I just wanted to address it. I don't want to say like. Anyways, let's get to our next free pick here. So a lot of these lines have moved since I last looked at them last night, and also we have some late lines on some of these other under the radar games that aren't like they're the ones with the really big rotation numbers. So one of the games that I was looking at last night was Bradley against Indiana Purdue. Bradley favored by 3.5 in this thing. Both of these teams have some pretty impressive wins, but I think Bradley's win over Penn State after their win over Virginia Tech yesterday looks a little more impressive than it did a couple of days ago. And I think they also beat SMU. They lost to UIC, which is the weird game in here. They were a 1.5 favorite. They lost by 1. In a game that could have gone either way. They beat Jacksonville State, who's not a bad team for one of those mid-majors. When we look at Indiana-Purdue, they have the win over Boston College, but everything else on there, St. Francis, Grambling, I mean, there's just not a lot to work with here as far as quality performances. I think we go with Bradley here. I think Bradley's a pretty good team, and I think they could fly under the radar and probably get it done. But anyways, yeah, I don't let that bother me all that much. J Max Hoops, and I knew people were going to say that. I knew people were going to say that I don't need to defend myself or I don't need to address or anything like that, but I just want to address it, and I want to say that all of my premium picks are 100% documented over at Sports Chat Experts. They're the same picks, so they're 100% documented. My record is scored. You can see when I say I went 6-1 in the NFL on Sunday. Go over there at Sports Chat Experts and look. You'll see I went 6-1 on Sunday. I can tell you what the picks are, and you can read them for yourself. But I do want to address it because I know that people read these posts on Facebook, and I don't get a chance to defend myself. Anyways, I'm gonna have to run and we did 3 free picks. Let's do 1 bonus because I did I kind of went out of the box there for a little bit. I just want to because I really wanted to address that. I think the other game I wanted to do, I was looking at last night, was Creighton against Montana, and I was just a little afraid to pull the trigger. I've been on Creighton a bunch early this season, and I did lose one of them, but the other ones, we've been pretty good on Creighton. The 3-3 against the spread this season. I think we've been on all 3 of the ones that they've covered. We were on one of the ones that they didn't cover. It was at home, and I think it was Ohio State that they played. And, we're already 6 games in. I'm starting to, the games are all starting to run together. But we know Montana is a pretty tough customer, and they always have been. So look at this thing. 72% of the bets, of the number of bets, have been placed on Creighton. Only 28% on Montana, yet the line drops from 8 to 7.5. You have a named team like Creighton, right? They offered the guy from that Louisville, the whole Louisville scandal thing, they offered him $200,000, right, to come play with them. So not such a little program, which was about $180,000 more than Texas offered them. But Montana's coming off of a loss against Georgia Southern. They were 4-point favorite. They lost by 3 on a neutral site game, and they played in generally pretty tight games. They haven't had really stiff competition, and this is generally a big step up. While Creighton's coming off the nice win over Clemson, we gave that out in the premium area, and they beat GSU as well. So GSU is the common opponent. Both these teams stomped them. They beat, Boise. These guys have played a pretty tough schedule. It was the 69-60 home loss to Ohio State that we were talking about earlier. I just think that this is a lot of points. I think Montana's going to be competitive in this one. I haven't seen Creighton run up and down the court the way that we saw them last year, kind of like a scoring machine. And when you look at the numbers here, it's virtually even. Both these teams defensively average allowing 72.8 points a game. Creighton averages 81.2 points a game. Montana averages 81. I'm not saying that, Montana's played against the same level of competition to sustain those numbers. What I'm saying, we go over the picks at the end of the show, Terrence. So, or you could always watch the replay. But we don't stop our show to recap because you're late. Because if you subscribed on YouTube, you would get notified when I go live. And this way you could not be late and catch the picks and not have to interrupt the other 600 people watching the show so we could stop and recap for you. But anyway, 72% 72.8 points a game. Both of these allow the same defensively. So it's just a 0.2 of 1 point differentiating these teams statistically. But like I said, Creighton has played the tougher schedule. But 7.5 points seems to be a ton. I think Montana has enough here to keep this game competitive. I think Creighton wins. I think it's 5 or less, though. So we'll take the points. We'll take Montana. I like this one, and I'm going to bet it myself. So I'm going to take the Montana Grizzlies. That'll be our fourth and final pick for today's show. So we'll recap. We took Montana plus the points against Creighton. We took Bradley in their game against Indiana Purdue. We took the San Antonio Spurs. I don't love that one. And then we took San Antonio Spurs plus 4.5, and then we took the Orlando Magic against the Portland Trailblazers plus the 8 points. So that wraps up today's show. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. New format here. More channels. We have now available on Periscope. So it's YouTube Live, Facebook Live, and Periscope. Awesome. I think I'm going to download the app to my phone too, so when I'm in airports and stuff, I'll still be able to broadcast to everybody all at once. Yeah, this same guy, oh man, what a douchebag. There's always a douchebag, right? This guy, we call them cowards, right? He has no picture, no name, no nothing, yet he can woof shit at me. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great day. I know you guys have a lot of choices, a lot of options when it comes to free picks, when it comes to free pick videos, live video podcasts, and all those things. I'll be doing my podcast. I don't know. I might do the podcast also with Tony, split screen, live through these same channels. I'm going to give it a shot. Have a great day, everyone. And those of you, if I can get that done, we're going to start in about 5 minutes. Have a great day, everyone.